For this week's weekly AP Chemistry Challenge, the question is, a sample of magnesium has a mass of 145 grams. How many moles of Mg atoms are in the sample? So we look at this question, you're given the element, so magnesium, you're given the mass, 145 grams, and you're asked how many moles. So we know that our final unit is going to be moles. So to keep everything organized, I always like to start off with what's given to me. So we see that we're given the number 145 grams, which is our mass. So our little m, which stands for mass, is going to equal 145 grams. And we know that our element is magnesium. So because we know that element, we automatically know what its molar mass is, the big M. And that's just by looking at our periodic table. So you'll be allowed to have your periodic table for every exam and every test. So we're going to zoom in and we're going to look at magnesium over here, number 12, and we're going to get its molar mass. So we see that this is its atomic number, and then this one here would be its molar mass. So 24.305. So the molar mass is going to be 24.305 grams per mole. And it's asking us how many moles of Mg atoms are in this sample. So our moles are unknown. So I always put our N, which stands for moles, equals unknown. So now we have these three variables. We know our mass, we know our molar mass, and we're looking for our moles. So this equation is going to be N equals little m over big M. So this is an equation we learned about in Unit 1, where the moles is always going to equal the mass over the molar mass. And you can rearrange this equation to solve for any of the other variables. Let's say you want to solve for mass, you can rearrange that as well, or if you want to solve for the molar mass. So then we just plug our numbers in. So we see that we have N equals 145 grams over 24.305 grams per mole. And by making sure that you have the right units, it also is going to ensure that you are going to get the right answer. So we can see that we have grams over grams per mole. So because we have grams over grams, these are going to cancel out. So the grams are going to cancel each other out because they're on top of each other, and then you're just going to be left with moles, which is going to be our unit that we're solving for. So we know that this is going to be correct, and then if we just calculate this, which you can just plug this into your calculator, and you would get 5.96 moles. Always remember to put the units and make sure that it matches up with what the question is asking for, and then again checking your equation to make sure that you would end up with moles, which you would because your grams would cross out, only leaving you the unit of moles. So our answer for this, in a sample of magnesium with 145 grams, you would have 5.96 moles.